Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about a pretty cool looking monitor. It's the Titan Army C32C1S. It's a 32-inch 1440p curved 240Hz monitor. And right now at its current price of $329, it's priced very competitively for an ultra high refresh rate monitor. Me and my boys Klaus and Josh Allen, we've been vigorously testing this monitor. So you don't have to. But anyways, we're going to talk about some specs. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of this monitor. We're going to talk about who this monitor is made for. And I'm going to give you my honest review of this monitor. It's going to be pretty sicko mode. So before we get started, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below. And every video I post will be more sicko mode than the last. All right, let's get to it. First things first, shout out to Titan Army for sending me this monitor. You can click the link in the description below to get a discount. I really appreciate them reaching out to me. It's always fun to test out new tech. And I couldn't wait to get started. As soon as it arrived, I couldn't contain my excitement. Maybe even a little too excited. I did have a little hiccup though when bringing the monitor into the house, but it's okay because Klaus was there to check up on me. Now moving on to what's inside the box, you're gonna get the stand, power cord, display cable, user manual, assembly screws, and risers if you want to wall mount this monitor. And yes, you can wall mount this monitor. Moving on to the ports that this monitor has, you're gonna get two HDMI 2.1s, two display ports, and one 3.5mm jack for audio out. No, this monitor does not have speakers, and your AC power port. And I am gonna knock it for not having USB ports. I know most gamers are probably going to connect directly to their PC, but for me it is convenient having those extra USB ports. I'm constantly switching between PCs, so having one USB cable that connects my mouse and keyboard is pretty convenient. Assembling the monitor is pretty simple, just 4 screws, and voila, the monitor is assembled. You do get some red LEDs in the back, which is kind of a cool touch. I am gonna knock it though for not having an adjustable stand. It only tilts, it does not go up and down. Keep in mind, you will have to change the display settings to 240Hz because the PC defaults to 60Hz, and you only get 240Hz via DisplayPort. HDMI will only go up to 144Hz. This monitor does have a VA panel, which is really good for high refresh rates, which is awesome for esport games like Fortnite, League of Legends, Valorant, Apex Legends, etc. This monitor is also great with color accuracy and is able to get pretty bright, especially while displaying HDR content at 400 nits brightness. The 34-inch ultra-wide Dell monitor I currently have is noticeably not as bright as this monitor, and the black levels seem to be a lot darker on the Titan Army monitor, giving you much better contrast, which is why a VA panel is better than a TN panel. This monitor is also at a 16:9 aspect ratio, and I've been using the Dell ultra-wide monitor, which is at 21:9 aspect ratio, so when watching widescreen movies, you get those awkward bars on the left and right sides, which makes it feel like you're watching movies in a little box. So when watching it on the Titan Army monitor, you don't get those awkward sidebars on the left and right. And when you watch full screen movies like The Avengers, you can take advantage of the entire screen. So me personally, I like the 16:9 aspect ratio, especially when it comes to movies. Now this is a curved monitor and it's at a 1500R curvature, so there's a decent amount of curve, making whatever you're playing or watching a little more immersive. Now this monitor was specifically designed for gaming, and on Titan Army's website, they state that their primary mission is the relentless pursuit of innovating the esports landscape. So this monitor with its 240Hz refresh rate has the ability to give you super smooth gameplay for all those fast-paced esport titles. And let's not forget its 1 millisecond response time, and its adaptive sync technology that perfectly synchronizes frame rates for both AMD and nvidia graphics cards to eliminate tearing and lag. So for $329, this monitor is packing quite a punch. So after using this monitor, after doing some editing, after watching some movies, after doing some gaming, what do I really think about this monitor? well. So the pros of this monitor are the price. It's priced pretty competitively at $329.99. Its 240Hz refresh rate is guaranteed to give you the smoothest gameplay, especially on esport titles. 1 millisecond response time is nothing to mess around with. It's using a more vibrant VA panel, supports HDR, has a peak brightness of 400 nits, and for me, the 16:9 aspect ratio is my preferred aspect ratio. Now the three cons that I have for this monitor is that it's not an IPS panel to give you better viewing angles or OLED to give you the best contrast. However, that kind of panel technology usually jacks up the price. Another thing is that it doesn't have an adjustable stand, not a deal breaker, it's just nice to have that option. And lastly, the lack of USB connections. For most people this may not be a big deal, but because I'm constantly testing different PCs, it's convenient to have one USB cable for my mouse and keyboard. Now who is this monitor perfect for? If you're looking for an ultimate gaming monitor, especially if you play esport titles and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, this monitor is perfect for you. This monitor will blow you away. Even if you don't play esport titles, this monitor is awesome for AAA titles, movies, and with its 32-inch size, it can simultaneously display two different devices to meet the needs of multi-device working for higher efficiency. So even though this is a gaming monitor, it's the perfect all-around monitor for any user, even for cats. Let me know what you guys think. Is this the best 32-inch 1440p 240Hz budget gaming monitor? Also, if you guys have this monitor, let me know what you guys think about it. Please like and subscribe if you like this content. Me and my boys Klaus and Josh Allen work really hard to make sure every video we put out is more sicko mode than the last. And like always, have a sicko mode day.